Okay, we're here today with another episode of Shop Talk, and we're talking to Hector.
Hey!
Hector, what are we doing here today?
Well, this is one of the most common issues that we see on the 99 2000 car when the check engine light comes on. And the code is typically EGR flow excessive. Now, interestingly, what's happening is that one of the ports for the EGR is getting clogged, and it usually happens near the throttle body. So what you have to do is remove the upper section of the intake manifold, clean this port right here, and then clean the section of it that is inside of the actual upper half of the intake manifold.
So it's up in there somewhere.
It's up in there, and it comes out through here, and you have to clean that out real well. And this is very common. This started happening on these cars real early in life, and some other folks will have to do this several times through the life of the car, and it's actually not a big deal. It does take some time to do, but it gets rid of that check engine light. And one thing that you have to remember is that this won't be fixed by typical maintenance. Sometimes you can put all your regular maintenance in there and it may not be fixed, so this needs to be looked at every so often and make sure that your EGR ports are clean. Funny is that there is a confusion oftentimes that repairing or replacing the EGR valve is the key, and you have to be careful because you may spend hundreds of dollars replacing an EGR valve and it won't fix the problem because the problem is internal to the intake manifold.
I was just going to ask, how often do you actually have to replace the EGR valve itself?
Funny that it really is not something that you should replace regularly, and in fact that valve may sometimes go the entire life of the car. It's actually a very good quality valve. So unless there's an actual malfunction with it, don't replace it. First check over here, because this is where the problem starts.
So in the highest majority of cases where someone has a check engine light associated to EGR flow, this is the operation that they're going to need and not the actual replacement of the EGR valve. Is that correct?
Exactly. And that is something that the Miata owners need to know, because if they go to one of these places like a parts place that checks your codes, they're going to see that. Guess what? They're going to tell you, oh, we'll sell you an EGR valve, and those could be several $100s, and you do it and you still end up with the same check engine light a few days later.
We're always interested in saving our customers money and helping to educate them any way we can. This is just another example of something that might seem like a major problem, and as it turns out, it's really not what it may seem to someone who is less experienced on servicing the Miatas.
Exactly. You want to make sure you get the right service and get it done right. We don't ever want to throw parts at cars.
All right. Well, listen, thanks a lot, and I'll let you get back to putting this one back together.
Thank you.
Okay.